Up Alex Hormozi, how to grow to 100 million. What does he say to 1 million? If you're under 1 million in sales, meaning you're at 10,000, 8,000, 5,000, 50,000, 100,000, and you want to grow to 1 million plus, maybe you're 500,000, you want to go to 1 million plus. How do you do it? Well, interestingly enough, I did a survey in my group, which I will show you here. And with all due respect, most everybody got it wrong. Which is why I did the survey. And here's the point. What's obvious? Oh, Marlon, that's just obvious. Oh, Marlon, that's just common sense. Oh, Marlon, I knew that. Oh, Marlon, everybody knows that. Oh, Marlon, that's nothing new. That's what people say. Oh, that's nothing. Yeah, I already knew that. Well, yeah. When you do the survey, you find out, well, yeah, maybe you didn't know that, dog. Now, I know people could debate this or argue this. I'm not saying I'm saying you're wrong according to Alex Hormozi's world. I didn't say you're wrong, dog. I said you're wrong according to Alex Hormozi's world. But you know, he professionally takes businesses from 1 million plus up to 20, 30, 50, or 100. And he's really darn good at it. And he does it pretty darn fast. So maybe there's something to learn from him. Maybe there's something to listen to, right? So here's what people answered. How do you get to 1 million in sales? Add a new income stream, 7% said that. Optimize your opt-in page, OTOs, add copy, sales copy, 24% said that. Sell a higher ticket product or service, 38% said that. Do more of what you're already doing, 30% said that. Other said 1%. You say, well, Marlon, pray tell, what did this Alex Hormozi dude say about it? Well, let's go check it out, dog. Let's go see. $100 million leads. I don't know if I can bring this up. I bought the Kindle. Oh, Kindle. I already bought the Kindle. It should. Yes, there's my Kindle. Let's see if my read now works. I've been having trouble with it working. Maybe it'll work now. Oh, it looks like it's working. Great. Awesome. Okay, so let's just go here and see. Let's get back to the table of contents. And we're going to look and find the quote, you know, from the man, right? The quote from the man. All right. See if we can get to the table of contents here. All right. So he has a chapter in here called The Core Four on Steroids. If you don't know, he teaches the Core Four, which is like warm outreach, free content, cold outreach, and paid ads. He calls those the Core Four. If you didn't read the book yet and you didn't know it, it's called the Core Four, dog. All right. Some of you, though, I realize are in a country where you can't get the book shipped and you may not even have Kindle access, Edmund Lowe. So you all get a free pass. Relax. But let's go check this out. The Core Four on steroids. More, better, new. If at first you don't succeed, use force. I surveyed 50 or so faces of the group, all entrepreneurs looking to scale their business, each hungry for the missing link that would flood them with engaged leads. After finishing the presentation, lead gen, I opened up the floor. The first business owner chimed in, you know, I feel like the market's saturated. So this is actually, let's go through this. This is a good one. It's a chiropractor, and he says, I don't think we can get any bigger because I feel that in the niche we're in, we're already saturated. What are you doing in revenue? He says, $2 million a year. And how much do you spend on advertising? $30,000 a month. What's your conversion rate from click to close? Well, I don't know. So you don't track your overall throughput? No. Okay, what other platforms do you advertise on? None. How much content do you make for chiropractors? None. How much cold outreach do you do? None. And the $30,000 you spend on one platform for a $2 million business saturated the $15.1 billion chiropractic industry. Does that sound reasonable? All right. So he says right here, he says, I have this conversation daily with entrepreneurs looking to grow. Typically, they figured out how to get enough customers from one platform to get them to 1 to 3 million a year. It's still not completely predictable. They have their ups and downs, but they have the gist of what they need. And they assume they tapped out their market. I kid you not, right? So he talks about this. I've used a framework to unlock these leads over and over again, and now you can use it too. How to get even more leads, more better than you. First, you reach out to the people who know you. Then you start making free content. Then you start reaching out to people who don't know you. Then you start running paid ads. This is how you do the core four. There's really nothing else a single person can do. Now, what if you're doing the core four and you're still not getting as many engaged leads as you want? He says there are 2 ways to boost any of the core four even more. Use these every time. I use these every time I want to increase the engaged lead flow. They're easy to remember, more, better, new. Simply stated, you can do more of what you're currently doing. You can do what you're currently doing better. You can do is somewhere else new. And just like the story in the beginning, so let's start with the one I actually do first, more. He says, crank up the volume to your max capacity. The next obvious thing you could do is to get more leads, a lot more. And he says, basically, you need to make twice the reach outs, post twice the content, run twice the ads, double the ad spend. You won't regret it. So anyway, I'm not going to read the whole freaking chapter to you, but the point of the chapter is this. The very first thing that he does with the businesses that he acquires that want to grow from 1 million or 3 million on up to 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 is they do more. And he's like, if you are under 1 million in sales, this is what he says. He says, if you're under 1 million in sales, you don't need to focus on better. You don't need to focus on more. He says, you just need to focus on, you don't need to focus on better. You don't need to focus on new. You just need to focus on doing more. Now, that's a really profound thing. And for those of you who say, well, Marlon, that be obvious. I already know that. That's common sense. Look at the votes over here. 38% of the people said you needed to sell a higher ticket. 24 said you needed to optimize. 7 said you needed a new income streams or channel. Only 30% said do more of what you're already doing. And most of those listened to my live stream yesterday where I told them the answer. I talked about this very thing yesterday. I gave you the answer. I told you on yesterday's live stream, the answer was more. Obviously, most people didn't listen to the live stream yesterday. That's okay. I get it. You're busy. We're all busy, right? But my point is here, is this applies to the whole Alex Hormozi book, and actually to any book. What you think is, well, that's obvious. Well, that's common sense. Well, I already knew that. What you think is common sense, what you think you already knew, and so forth, if you do a survey, you will find out it's not. And in fact, if I surveyed you, I would probably find out that you answered the question wrong. Because most of these 30% of the people who got it right were on my live stream yesterday. If they weren't on my live stream, probably our answers here would be below 30%. I'm just saying, it's just true. So the point of that is, just because something's simple doesn't mean it's intuitive, or that because it's simple, people will really get it or understand it, right? In other words, I could go through and pick out 150 ideas that Alex Hormozi said in his book. I could do a survey, and the vast majority of people would miss every single freaking question. A lot of them would miss it even if they read the book. They would still miss it if they read the book, right? I mean, this is just true. So I could go in here. I don't even know where it is now. But I could go into the book, pick out some other chapters, some other things that he said. Maybe I'll do it. I'll do another survey. And people will miss that question too. Even though, well, that's obvious, Marlon. That's common sense. I already knew that. I'm beating a dead horse here. I know, right? So let me go give everybody a shout out. Show you I'm not actually that bad of a mean of a person. We'll go. Let's get over here to the Facebook group. Give everyone a shout out. If you're watching live, type live. Watching bitter in, type bitter in. Watch on replay, type replay. If you're watching live, type your name so I know you are, because I can't see your name on my software. All right, let's see here. Live. We don't have any shout outs yet on the live. All right, that's all good. The problem is I do my lives now sporadically between 8:30 and 9 because we have a little schedule change in our household, which is interrupting my flow on doing these live streams. It's all good though, no problemo. I'll work something out, right? But so we don't have our normal crew because I keep changing up the time I'm doing these live streams in the morning. That's just the way it is. Did you learn anything today? If you learned something from this, tell me what you learned. I mean, now you can disagree with me. You can disagree. No, Marlon, I think Alec Hormozi be wrong. You need to add a big ticket. I mean, you can argue that if you want. I think before you argue that, go read the book. The audiobook is free on Spotify or on his podcast. Or go over here to acquisition.com. What is it? /lead, acquisition.com/training/leads. And you could just listen. Crap. Training, not trainings. Go over here and click more, better, new video. And you can listen to Alex explain it on video, right? I'm sorry, there it is. It's acquisition.com/training/leads. And right here, he will explain it on video with like nice little illustrations and everything. How he did this, I actually don't know. I wonder if that's a green screen background. I really don't know how they filmed this. I mean, the quality of that filming is incredible. Look at him. He looks like it's flawed. That's the quality of this filming was just, and lighting was incredible. I guess this is a green screen back there. I mean, it's really freaking well done. I wonder what this, I don't even know what this purple thing is here. It kind of looks like an iPad, or I don't really even know what that is. It's very interesting. Anyway, go here, more, better, and you listen to it before you disagree with me. Go listen to more, better, new. If you want to go listen to the more, better, new chapter of the book on Spotify or iTunes or wherever on his podcast, you can do that, or just fork over $10 and buy the Kindle version of the book, right? I'm interested in what you have to say or think about it. So let me just tell you, so that's all. You're like, well, Marlon, stop preaching. You're just preaching at me. Just stop preaching. Good God. I understand. Listen, I get it. I know. I do that sometimes. I'm sorry. I rant sometimes. But here's the deal. For me personally, it hit home because I'm like, yeah, I have things that work, like my content distribution. We need to do more. Instead of 1 post a day, we need to do 3 posts a day or whatever, right? I mean, he tells the story about a high-powered consultant he paid $120,000 for, and basically the consultant told him, you know, he needed to post on every platform and he needed to post multiple times a day. He did, and his business blew up. Now, that's not quite such a simple thing to do, because just because you increase your posts, you may not get a lot more readership of your posts. I actually don't know. We're just now trying this in my business. It's not the easiest thing to scale up to do, to be honest. I'm attempting to get my outsourcer to do it, but I actually need to document a process for it. So that's what I have for you today. That's my application is I need to do more. He also presents 4 lead generation methods and 4 ways to get lead getters. And he's like, most people are doing 1. And I'd say that's pretty much me. I'm doing 1 or 2 of them, right? I mean, there's basically 8 things there that you can do to really, really, really crank up serious lead flow. And I'm doing 1 or 2 of them. That's what most people do. Let's be honest here. So there, you could say, well, I need everything in that book. Yeah, what are you doing? Because, I'm doing 1 or maybe 2. When I say 1, we're doing social media content, not enough of it. We need a higher volume. I'll worry about getting better later. I mean, the quality on this could be a lot better. I'm aware of that. I'd like to get better and increase the quality, but probably before that, we just need more volume, right? And then I used to use affiliates, but our affiliate thing has really gone to heck in a handbasket, and I need to repair that. There's really a lot of things I can do. So it kind of just lights a fire under you to go, okay, honest to God, yeah, maybe I should be doing some of this other stuff, right? Okay, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments if this is useful to you. I'll be back tomorrow. Let me go ahead and see if I can end this. Let me see if there was a chat. Oh, we had one person on chat. Hey, Carolyn, what's up? How are you doing? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, Carolyn. I think this question is really... It's an interesting one. All right. So you're doing a lot less than $1 million or less than $1 million. How do you do $1 million or 2 or 3 or get up to 10 or 20? And he's like, first you do more. And then when you just can't do any more and you max it out, then you do better. But like you got 8 ways to generate leads. You got a lot of room to max those out before you really focus on better. That's my thoughts on it, Carolyn. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you got something out of this. I'll be back tomorrow. So listen, you all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.